saw a helicopter, and Uncle Bill used a bottle, and when Joe saw the light above they were about to leave, he saw it, and they all went to get to them.
Janai, did you notice that part? That's how they got rescued?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think? Tell Myra what you thought.
I thought that I like that part that like Casey, she heard noise.
What page?
28.
Okay. Keep going.
She heard a noise, and she like kicked herself up, so she could see what it was.
Yeah, she's trying to get out of the water a little bit so she can see more.
And I think Uncle Bill saw the helicopter when he tried to get up too. And then he saw like the bottle in the cooler the sun was hitting it. It was like a big light that was like a reflector.
Mm-hmm. So it reflected that light because he knew it was glass, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So he was really thinking. He's like, wow, they're never going to see us. So we better have something to reflect light that sparkles almost so they'll come and save us.
Mm-hmm.
So that was quick thinking by his part, wasn't it? Good thing he thought of that. Because it says he was really losing it now. They both were. What does that mean? What does it mean they were losing it, Myra?
It means that you're a little bit kind of freaking out.
Probably, yeah. And confused, probably, and just tired of being in the water. Definitely. What do you think, Janai?
I think that means that
Well, let's go back to that part on page 29. Right there. It says he grabbed it angrily and shouted at Cassie. He was really losing it now. They both were. So why was he angry and why was he shouting?
Because she put the cooler in the fridge.
Yeah, she was going to spill it all into the water, which they didn't want to lose their stuff if they needed water, drink, something to drink. And there he suddenly thought, oh, it's glass, because turn the page to page 30. He said a reflector. You need a reflector. You need to signal them. Right? Finally, the cover loosened, and he quickly removed it. He threw the plastic cover away and held up the shiny glass inner tube high above his head. The evening sun sparkled from the mirrored surface. Right? So that glass acted like a mirror, and the helicopter dudes saw it, and that's how they knew to come and save them. Good thing he thought of that, because what did we know? They were on their way back, weren't they?
Yeah.
I'd be scared.
Yeah, I like this part when the last page, 32.
Yeah.
Because he's like, now what kind of cake would you like?
Yeah, because do you really think she's worried about cake? No.
Yeah.
How is she feeling right then and there?
Kind of happy.
Glad. Yeah, and probably like, whew, so relieved we're rescued, right? So glad because they were rescued, right? And happy. Thank goodness someone came. Yeah.
And
I'd be freaking out. Yeah, totally. Anything else you
mm,
want to talk about with this book?
yeah.
One thing I want us to practice is, yesterday we did a lot of using the book to help us retell parts of it. Today I want us to practice doing a summary of the chapters. That will help us remember what's happened, right? So go to chapter 6. A summary means we just give what it's mostly about, right, Janai?
Like the whole paragraph.
Yeah, or this whole chapter. So chapter 6, I'm going to read the title, Signs of Life, and I'm going to use that to help me think of a summary, Myra.
To think what's about.
To think what this chapter. And so listen to how I give it a go. You ready, Myra? Page 23. So listen to me, and then you're going to give it a try, okay? Signs of Life. So this chapter is about how they're in the water by themselves, and they see a few signs of life, such as they see the airplane that misses them. Then all of a sudden, a humpback whale comes out of the water right next to them and scares them half to death. See how I told you what that chapter was mostly about?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give it a try for chapter 7? Or does somebody want to do chapter 6 in their words?
I want to do chapter 6.
All right, go, Nicole.
This chapter is about, like, that they're in the water and the sun is kind of brighting.
It's almost there, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit bright, but a little bit not.
Yeah. And then they see a helicopter, and then Casey, she's trying to call the helicopter for them to help them.
And then finally,
they thought, like, they got, like, something like
they used the reflector to get their attention. So Nicole, what you were doing was using a couple of events in the chapter to help you summarize it, to have that summary. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what Nicole did, Myra and Janai? She thought of 2 or 3 big parts that happened and used that to tell her summary. Who wants to give chapter 8 a try? Go ahead, Janai.
When the helicopter guy came to get them, he gave Casey a towel because she was soaking wet. And
Think about what's the most important thing that happened in this chapter. That will help you think of the summary.
They got saved.
So a summary of chapter 8 is they got saved and rescued. You try that.
This chapter is mostly about